assassin or an axe, or maybe even both, depending on who they ban out here second.
I didn't like the axe ban so much, to be honest.
No?
I think that was a bit of a wasted one.
They ban out the AA.
Let's see. TNC decided to first phase axe. Like, it's still a flexible pick. You don't necessarily need to play him as a position 1.
They're gonna be just like some DK.
Just open up with DK,
right?
DK Lion, DK Nyx. Like, yeah, you're covered in a lot of areas. So,
I mean,
yeah.
Can't go wrong with a DK at this point.
Apparently not.
So flexible. I don't want to see Gabbi play it though, because we did see that one game where Gabbi did it, and it did not look as impressive as a carry compared to that mid and that off lane role. But it's flexible, so if they do see an opportunity where it's just hard countered, they'll just move it around.
Yeah, as of that last game, DK has 19 picks, 74% win rate.
That is ridiculous.
And it's not like this is like a pocket last pick cheese.
No.
This hero was like not contested in the second season. We saw him here and there against, you know, we need a stun, we don't have enough control,
Or
there's a puck on the mid lane.
Yeah.
We'll get the old school Dragon Knight counter. Now it seems the story is we'll just put it anywhere. I've seen position 4 Dragon Knight with the fireball. Didn't look that bad, I swear. Like, it looked okay.
So what needs to happen before DK is first phase ban material? We're getting near that territory, right?
We might be. Please give me Timber. Please give me a Timber Saw.
It just ruins the hero. I don't know why you would not pick it.
They're taking so long to think about this first pick. This is most of their bonus time already gone.
Like, do you do something like Timber Lion or something? Then you cover your bases of burst damage in one fold. You also get Disable. You get decent lanes. I just want something to satisfy me to kill these DKs so that they don't get this super long team fights going on where it doesn't matter. You get like 8 stuns off in one fight. They are taking so much time.
They are.
Dude, if they don't pick Timber, I wonder if TNC will just pick Axe and be like, if you're never gonna pick this hero, we're just gonna keep picking Strength Cores.
Could happen.
Yeah.
A DK Axe.
So they will take a % hero, at least. So that Sunray will be good. It's also both ways that it can work. You know, like you said, the Holy Locket heroes, this is one of them.
Yep. And they definitely don't want to give that away either, so a little bit of both.
No more for protection, though. TNC may be willing to just snap fire first phase.
5 seconds. Dire should pick now.
Oh, there we go. So they do go for Phoenix Lion. That's their support duo.
This is good. I think a lot of these position 4 and 5, when you open up, I've seen some like Ancient Apparition, Wyvern, which is very abusable. When you have Lion Phoenix, you have a lot of team fight, you have the heals, you have the instant initiation, burst damage. I don't think you can punish this type of opener.
They're just gonna take the snap, so that's the solution. A bit of a waste for the Phoenix. Also, it is gonna be double range supports again for Team Spirit, which I'm not liking so much this tournament. I know Nigma's made it work with their like Wyvern AA, but they're one of the only exclusions for me that's made that double range look so good. Because I've been seeing Vici doing it so many games too, and that's when I see them look their weakest. They have some like Mars and Willow and Phoenix on the team, and they just can't. There's no playmaking in the game. They do have the line, which is always going to give you playmake, but still a little worried just because of how squishy these two heroes can become.
It's Dire's turn.
Yeah, because it's more than just the lane. It's also like mid-game, your initiators. Sure, Lion with a dagger can do something, but he still needs to hide afterwards. He can't draw a bunch of attention like a Clockwork can. And TNC banned but another percentage hero with the Death Prophet.
Talking about the percentage-based damage, maybe it's time, because everyone is stanky, we see these 3 cores, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 strength cores, to pull out Enigma, maybe. Percentage-based damage, if they don't have anything that goes through BKB, sneak it in.
The,
What's Radiant's back?
somewhere during the wild cards or the start of the group stage, there was a lot of focus on team fights. And Enigma actually came into the discussion that time around. People were surprised, like, why aren't we seeing it? It's, I believe, still an unpicked hero. One of the 30-something unpicked heroes this major.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't seen it too much in the DPC, except for, like, you said sneaky. This was funny. Snaking has been Snaking. He's been one of the few players that was just popping off with those Enigmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hero's just a bit slow in the current meta, it does feel, but see, they still ban the puck. when they have Lion, that says a lot.
Respect for the Armel there. Nyx Assassin, by the way, still in the pool for TNC if they want to get it.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin just ruins Phoenix if they want to go for it. I've seen in Chinese region what they tend to do when it's the same matchup. Phoenix gets first item BKB to be able to use the Sunray because it's all about that Sunray.
I want to see Collapse's hero.
Invoker.
They'll go for the Toronto Tokyo Invoker.
That reveals your mid right away.
Yeah.
Can you just pick Faceless Void on TNC now? Or are you not worried about it? Or you pick Nyx Assassin and ruin Invoker and Phoenix life?
That's what I'm thinking. I think Nyx Assassin looks really nice. You're great for information. You let you give DK a secondary way to get that jump when Nyx is just scouting. I think the Nyx looks nice.
There it is. Yep. No surprise there. Also good against Invoker. Maybe a little bit of an oversight from Team Spirit to just assume, I don't know. They must be expecting this. Like if we see it coming, they should see it coming too.
It's a good Nyx Assassin game against all of these heroes pretty much, but something that Nyx doesn't like to play into is instant hacks. Like get the carapace off. This is why we're probably gonna see this best item in the game called Eon this, so he can get the stuff off.
They'll go for that Ursa.
So why did they pick the Invoker before the Ursa?
That's what I'm trying to think too. They just put it out there. That's... You just give Armel, like, you just ask Armel, all right, what do you want to play now? You know exactly what you're
Team
up against.
Spirit's also asking, they're like, Armel, what would you like to play?
What about some PL? It looks like a decent PL game. Ursa doesn't build into Battle Fury anymore. We've seen in the previous series where Juggernaut goes into Battle Fury just to deal with the Phantom Lancer illusions, but Lion, Phoenix, Invoker, they're just food. And I love what the people have been doing lately, just double, sometimes even triple Mana Burn heroes.
Venomancer.
Oh no! Oh no, Ursa! Oh no!
This is so sad.
That's a really good pick there, because they know it's the Invoker mid, so then they can just put the DK mid because it's a pretty good matchup. The Invoker can go for the Spirit Vessel build that we've seen Miracle doing, but he's been one of the few that's been doing. I think Nothing to Say was one of the other ones, but he hasn't been playing his Invoker as much.
It's a great item in this meta where everyone is just super tanky and you have that extra damage sometimes that you need. Venomancer, however, gonna give Ursa a hard time in the laning stage.
And we can't assume it's a Bok Veno.
Yeah. And they're covering this Veno pick nicely. They ban out Darkseer, which builds into Pipe, builds into Greaves, and also allows Ursa to play the game against the Venomancer by giving him Surge and Ion Shell.
Yeah, I've been told time and time again that one of Veno's biggest downfalls is whenever people rotate. Invoker's not really going to be rotating that much. He's going to have to worry about this DK pressuring his mid lane constantly, so he's not going to really be able to leave even if he does go for that Cold Snap Burn build. And now for TNC, maybe like a Spectre for Gabbi.
I still like PL. I don't like PL as a hero, but I think in this game, in this scenario, it just fits so well because it's the mana burn, the double mana burn as you're mentioning. They already have heroes that set tempo with DK and Veno, so you just need some hero that's going to win you the game. So I think they've got...
To go back to some of Nigma's games, they have Invoker mid, and then you see Haroki as a Lion rotating mid on top of EMP, just stun and another mana drain, be super annoying.
Does DK care about that though?
Not too much.
The ban out Collapse's Underlord.
Yeah, that's another pipe buyer that can enable the Ursa a bit better versus the Venomancer. Percent damage too, as we saw last time versus DK. They're gonna ban the PL, so what's the other Gabbi heroes?
Axe!
I don't think you want to pick Axe here.
No.
So they need... I don't mind Spectre. I think Spectre is okay.
They go
Lina.
Maybe what, carry Veno?
I think it's carry Dragon Knight, mid Lina, and
Veno. That's more suited. That is a tough matchup for Invoker.
And now if you're Collapse, your lane is most likely DK Nyx Assassin? Or DK Snap?
5 seconds.
Interesting that they make the DK the carry.
Well, they might still switch it about. Who knows?
Snapfire carry.
Snapfire mid, we've seen it a lot.
Liquid.
Maybe
Liquid
not
the only ones
Marmel.
I've seen ran. Snapfire carry.
They're out of time. 4 seconds left only.
Choose your
Magnus.
Into Veno.
Kite City.
And it is a Bog Veno, it is a Gabbi Dragonite, and Armel will take on Alina. So as expected then, and nothing out of the ordinary on the side of Team Spirit either.
It's a godly Veno game.
Yeah, it looks like
Blade daggers, exactly.
Bog's gonna have a field day.
At least they have something to give to Ursa. Because Ursa with Empower, Ursa with buffs from the Invoker, he's gonna feel great in this game. Even if his game is ruined in the laning stage, will still be able to recover from the Empower. But I don't think they're gonna be able to get the Blink Daggers off. It's really hard. The Vision game will be strong. You have a good front line with this Dragonite, with the Venomancer, Nyx Assassin scouting things out. I like what TNC's got again.
Yep, fast-paced. I think Team Spirit's got this slower-paced draft again, like they did last time, which almost ended up working out. But this looks like one of the best Venomancer games I've seen in a very long time. They've got multiple different ways to hit Egg. They've got Snapfire. They've got Lina. DK's not even bad against hitting this Phoenix Egg either. Yeah, I really do like what TNC's gotten for themselves. Even though I'm not too crazy about them making Gabbi this carry DK, I think it works because I don't believe he is going to be the carry. I think it's probably going to end up being Armel with some BKB, MKB build that we've seen nothing to say doing. I think that's kind of the variety that TNC's going for.
You explained the stakes that TNC are free from the tiebreaker of elimination.
Correct.
What's happening with Spirit if they lose this?
Okay, so first of all, if TNC want to keep their upper bracket chances alive, they have to win this, and then they have to hope that Team Nigma lose later today, but they need to win this to still have a chance. Team Spirit, so they're in kind of like the similar boat as Beast Coast and Team Liquid. They can lose this, but then they also have to hope that both Beast Coast and Team Liquid are losing as well, and then force out a tiebreaker there. They definitely want to win this though in order to keep their chances as open as possible. But yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, you guys are all going on the side of TNC, and I can see why. They look good, and with the Armel Lina, we'll see what happens in this game too. We're gonna find out what happens again with our commentary team is waiting upstairs over there. I think Starks really want me to send it over to him. AY's there as well, and I can just keep talking. No? Okay, no.
Give it to me, Sheever. Give it to me. I want to get into that game, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a Venomancer. Are you ready to see this one, my buddy boy?
I hate that hero.
Okay.
He's just so annoying to play against. I think it's a good pick, but the pain that's gonna be inflicted on Team Spirit as they have to go into Veno.
I love pain. Let's get into the match and go take a peeky. Ah, God, Venomancer. How could he not like that guy?
I mean, I'm starting to see a trend with you like Venomancer, you like Techies. Do you like Nagasaran?
I like getting Ags on Naga and playing support Naga.
Okay. You're just inflicting pain on your opponents. It's a good way to think about Dota.
It's a good way to think about life, my friend. Welcome to the game. It is TNC versus Team Spirit. I'm Sir Action Slacks, and this is Howie 2000. We have our observer here, JJ the Pimp Munkle. He is here. Getting this game together for you here. A lot on the line, as Sheeves was telling. If we get another TNC victory, they are looking pretty good for upper bracket. Team Spirit really needs to win this one too, though. If they go down, they are near the low lows. Have some chances of potentially some not good placement. But won't say any fights for the runes this time. We're gonna take it easy last match in case you didn't join us, or you know, you were put off by Odie Pixel's voice. He decided you had to leave. That was a very, very bloody game, my friend. Is this mid Lina?
It is mid Lina, but honestly, it's more of a one position Lina. I think TNC are on the carry mid hype train. You have a TA, Puck, Lina, whatever you have, and it just 1v5s the game like it did last game.
Oof.
And Toronto Tokyo, he actually missed his block mid, so that's a bit rough.
Oof. Not a great sign there from Toronto Tokyo. I've been waiting to cast this guy, and I'm very excited to say his name. What a creative... What?
Ooh, that was a big deny, because now Lina doesn't get level 2 to pressure him under the tower.
Worth cold snap for sure.
Armel has been like playing this Lina hero mid for as long as I can remember. I remember him playing Lina versus CCNC's Ember in lane, and it was like 40 CS to 6. So I'm expecting great things from him this game.
All right. How long can you remember, Howie? What was your first Dota hero?
My first Dota hero was Vengeful Spirit. My friend told me to buy Boots of Speed and Tangos and say solo bottom.
How'd it go?
I was a god.
As you are. Still to this very day. A little bit of a skirmish up here, as you're going to see that Phoenix and the Snapfire go head-to-head, and Bach here on the Venomancer, the big hero of the match. We have not seen too many Venos. Typically, we see it as a response to a TA, but this time it's being used to make sure that your Magnus and your Ursa are not having a good time. But DK's big strength here in the top lane, put points in Dragon Blood, and then literally stand there.
Yeah, no, he's gonna farm very well in this lane. You can see Team Spirit, their strategy is just to snipe these couriers. They have this sneaky ward up here. If you delay his items, then he can't outlast hit you.
Whoa.
I mean, Magnus should farm too.
That is a naked ward there. No cosmetics on that ward. Interesting. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we're going to see that first blood coming out from the Venomancer. Could have maybe denied there by the Ursa, but...
It's such a hard lane now.
Yeah.
You have the Nyx Assassin just to protect this Venomancer. He's just going to keep poisoning the Ursa, and you can't sustain this hero. Especially once he gets to the... Like, if he gets a good start like that, he gets boots, you can't even kill him anymore. Just waiting to lose the lane.
Wow, that is a very pessimistic view on that bottom lane. There's no way they can win it back, my friend.
I don't think so. Not with the supports they have. Maybe they can, like, if they clutch, you can always clutch things in Dota, right? Like, but it's looking a bit rough.
Time to clutch your pearls down here, waiting for the inevitable doom, as Howie 2000 put it. We're going to see Tim's walk around that outside and see if he can get some pull action in here, as Veno seems to, as you said, be having the time of his life. 9 last hits already. Ursa. I mean,
you'll be down, yes, at the start of the lane, but eventually you get kicked out just because Poison Sting applies so much harass. Like, his last hitting is very bad early, but as you can see here, like, Ursa's going to lose a soul worth of HP off one Gale.
Potentially. He's going to be walking back, you're right. He will be getting low from those Gales, and I think he knows it. Those are little tambourines of sadness, potentially. As he knows that this lane will soon be not going his way. Meanwhile, top lane, let's see Boomy here and Phoenix constantly getting in each other's business. That's what you like to see. As net worth, though, yeah, Magnus doing quite well with the last hits.
I mean, DK, he doesn't really pressure opponent that much early on, but he does pretty much always secure his own game. I think Magnus should be one of the better heroes versus him early in lane, just with that high base damage and a shockwave to secure CS. But, I mean, Gabbi's completely fine with how this lane's going, I think.
All right. More Ursa damage as the boys are picking on him in the bot. Very interested mostly in the middle. I think that the rotations coming out from mid are going to kind of dictate the game a bit. Invoker, of course, classically does not rotate that much, but some strikes are always like, you know, it's like a mini rotation.
This is a Crosswax Invoker, so I think he will be heavy on the rotations. Lina versus Invoker used to be, like, people would pick Invoker to counter Lina, but this lane doesn't seem to be going that well, and the entire premise of picking Invoker to counter Lina was that you could Tornado Cold Snapper and your supports could rotate in. However, his supports are terrible at ganking, I think. Like, line's okay, but you don't have enough damage. It's not the type of hero Crosswax need.
Oh, speaking of supports ganking, here we go. A cookie after a light strike array. And with the Dragon Slave, oh, it's barely enough. Last hit there. Phoenix is pissed, though. He's wondering where his playmate went from the top lane, and he's going to go in and clean up just a little bit. Worth? Question mark? Probably not. As Invoker has died mid, meaning that Lina, as you said, might have some even quicker rotation time. Ursa, also, as you said, has abandoned lane. Howie, do you ever get anything wrong here?
I'm actually wrong about like 80% of the things I say. But no, these ones are like, they're classic pub matchups, the Veno versus Ursa. And the Snapfire dying was actually pretty good for Armel because he gets the bottle refill. Oh, they killed Nick's bottom.
Yeah, not great.
You see Lion, he understands the lane. He's not going for some mana drain, slowly play the lane. They understand that they have to kill the Veno or the Nyx every time they have an opportunity in order to do anything in this lane.
All right, Dragon Knight doinking around up at the top, picking on poor little Magnus, but Magnus is still keeping up. Still with the best of them, 30 last hits. As we see these bottle refills.
A good D ward from Boomy here. He understands that they have a Magnus lineup. He knows Phoenix has been gone for a while. So he scouts out the stacks, D wards the wards, and they...
Oh, Barely misses that light striker with Array. Boomy, last chance to do anything. He's gonna cookie on in, and Nick's assassin rotates in as well. Not too shabby at all there. As Armel will be making it out, and it is going to be another 1-for-1 trade. Man, this Phoenix and Sapphire really do hate each other.
Yeah, and Tim's manages to snag the battery double.
Ooh, he will be able to get it there.
The tornado, 5 seconds though.
Very scary. I'm gonna have to pop that arcade room. Whoa, misses the light strike, and now we're in some serious trouble. Lion moving in. Could he get it tonight? Oh my goodness.
So unfortunate. Holshka was actually trying to give, well, planned. Well, good play by Lina then. But Holshka was trying to give Toronto Tokyo the kill there. I think it's a little bit of misplay actually. Neutral creeps, you can aggro them the same way you do creeps in lane. If he had walked closer to those neutrals and attacked the Lina, he would have dragged aggro there.
Well, Lina seems to be ahead with that nice neutral that helps even more. So Invoker's day is ruined just a little bit more. I'm sure we'll be seeing him. Meanwhile, down in bottom, looks like we have relegated the Phoenix now to take this, what some would say, dead lane. We won't use such terminology on a good cast like ours. As Ursa has moved into the triangle.
Yeah, and Veno, he's just gonna farm up a storm here. He's already top net worth, but now he gets 2 neutral camps and the lane every minute.
Okay, well, this isn't too bad, though. Magnus able to empower the Ursa for a free little battle fury, so catch-up potential is there. Oh, no! Barely makes it out of there from that Ursa. And now Boomy, who is just all over the place, doesn't care about their own well-being. It is all about disrupting the enemy team. We're going to see that Snapfire go down one more time. But doing good work.
Yeah, that was a lot of disruption. He brought a lot of Radiant heroes from Team Spirit into their own triangle, not somewhere you really want to play. The bottom lane, they're pressuring this Phoenix. They don't want the support to sort of sit here and get EXP.
Ooh, nice stun there. I did not think he had that, and it will be a slow and painful death for the Phoenix as Armel rotates down, and it could be a pretty early tower. Oh no, it's that little guy, he's chasing Nyx. Oh, the demon, the shovel man. That's the scariest thing in the world. Little kobold. You know the creeps aren't aggro to little kobold or towers?
Only, I think the fountain hits it in heroes, that's all.
Yep, just the fountain. He's one of the most terrifying units in this entire game. He will chase you from beginning to end, slowly killing you with his tiny little claws.
Tower goes down bottom. You kick the enemy carry out. I think TNC have a good read on how they want to play the map. You kick the carry out, you kick the support, you take the tower.
Sorry, Snapfire, going down yet again. We're doing all this business. And we're seeing Gabbi, you know, he's keeping up there, but definitely team a dire favorite so far on your net worth.
And like the moves from Team Spirit are sort of hard to find. Like you don't have a lot of, like you don't have a melee support sort of to lead your fights like the Nyx has been doing on TNC side. So they have to sort of clutch, like have clutch spellcasting, you know, hit the tornado with not much setup. And the heroes on TNC are just really hard to kill. I mean, Armel's moved to like the safest place on the map. Gabbi's just, he's a Dragon Knight. He's just gonna sit in front of his tower and tank everything.
Yeah, but I feel like TNC, they also might be winning these lanes, but they got to be careful. With Magnus accelerating that Ursa, he can come back pretty quick, and then if he can get on top of some of these heroes, he'll be able to just 2 or 3 shot him. It's going to be completely disgusting. So they've got to keep up this pressure, Owie.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anytime you play versus a Magnus lineup, you're looking to take their towers so you can take over the map and stop the Magnus from farming, or Magnus from having this carry to farm. I do think you do want to generally wait for a timing. A lot of the time, what people don't realize is you have to hit a timing in order to make that aggressive move. You can't just keep going, and then, you know, they just kill you because you don't have enough items or levels to fight them. I think they'll wait for the Lina Yo Scepter. It completely counters Ursa because you can use him during his enrage, and then they'll just start running at the Team Spirit lineup.
I always love to hear about things like waiting for your timing. The time is now. It's time to kill. That's what matters the most. Go
get your levels, you know, get your levels. You almost have Blink on DK. It's gonna line up with the Yos on Lina almost and just start smoking and running at them. I think that's the plan from TNC this game.
All right. Weak, but acceptable.
Weak.
As we see Tim's making even more chaos. Poor Phoenix just trying to get a few levels from this horrible start. And Tim's looking for some levels of his own. Meanwhile, Lion, a little bit out of position here. That's a tasty kill. The most competitive part about this is who they're going to let have it. They'll let the Lena take it. That's one step closer to that devastating Yuli Scepter.
Yeah, and they let the Lena have it because it makes it so that the DK gets a blink exact same time as she gets the Yules. When you're playing cores, you generally want to click on your other like position 1 or 2 and line up your item with what they, you know, they're going BKB, you also go BKB, stuff like that.
What a universe you live in, where people look at their allies' timings and items and plan around that.
Well, that's what you should do.
Well,
Dota.
good.
It's good. It's good to do. But Team Spirit, they sort of have to wait for the TNC pressure to come in. Like we've seen this game, like in Volker in Crossfire, he's a hero that wants to rotate, but he just has no damage. Ooh, I like this. They're just smoking up and go for Roshan.
Sneaky, sneaky. Gonna see if they can't sneak out that Roshan. Everyone's kind of in the area, but it's about if they can use their brains and think to themselves. Ursa, missing, not in triangle. Who's gonna go and check that out? No.
I'd like to see the Lion go in the pit and just aggro the Roshan off enemy heroes so it runs at him and it's not bashing the Ursa. That's a little trick I don't
Wait
use
a
much.
minute. Could this be it? No. It's a smoke.
I get it. No, that's huge. It's 11-minute Roshan. That's what you want as Ursa. It gives them a window where even though TNC's strong, they have their items, you can still fight them.
Speaking of fighting them, here we go. A little bit of tornado action onto that Lena, and gonna try to get out that mana, but there's that very useful Yule Scepter. Denies the tower attempt. And
There's just 7 Venom wards down. You can't move forward.
yes.
And look at TNC. They just sit this DK top. Even though he has this Blink Taker, they realize that because he has Blink, he can also join the fight if he TPs mid really fast. So he can keep farming, keep control of the top side of the map. His net worth is looking good. All the cores on TNC are like very farmed this game.
Looking solid, but this is about time that Team Spirit starts to group up as well. Magnus is looking strong, feeling good. Gonna be putting everybody top, seeing if they can't get a tower. Next assassin scouting out though. Look out, Mr. Magnus, that's a bug. Ooh, okay, forget it. You gotta look out that much. Ursa moving in, Magnus going on, and that is the target that they really want. That beautiful Lena. Sapphire trying to make something happen here with the kisses, and Dragon Knight getting a nice stun, but will it be enough? Probably not. As everybody knows, mission accomplished. Lena's dead. They lost their mid. We ain't got to pressure anything. And now biding their time since the ults are all down. Just picking this fight really well.
Yeah, I completely missed that. Magnus was just rushing this Blink there. He gets it, and he gets probably the best kill on the map. Team Spirit, they know. They bring 5 heroes. They couldn't defend bot or mid, but they want to kill their opponents. They want to use its Aegis and fight.
Oh, there we go. A smoke is appearing as the Venom. He's going to be grabbed up as well and just instantly melted by this Ursa. Beautiful stuff here. These 5-man plays at 13 minutes. This is what people have nightmares about. Please group up with me. They're 5-manning our tier 1, please.
Dire's top tower.
But they don't have much building damage, but Team Spirit is killing heroes. So that means like, yeah, I mean, there are no heroes. You can hit the building forever. And I think they have this tower. I think it's just dead. TNC are already split pushing out the other lanes.
No, I don't know, Owie. Any second now. Any second now, they could come and defend it.
Dire's top tower
Okay.
has fallen.
And one thing Team Spirit is doing really well is, despite TNC sort of having more map control, taking bottom tower really early in mid, did he just Phoenix egg?
They just Phoenix egged.
Was that a miss? I guess it must have been a misclick. He has a friendly ally tip there.
It was absolutely not a misclick. It was a celebration egg. An egg in those trying times of those 5-man top. And now that they maybe know that the egg is down, they might want to go do something. But stacking more ancients, having more fun. Magnus looking to grab Grandma, and it won't be happening here today.
Team Spirit have done a good job just continually stacking these ancients up for Ursa.
There we go. No egg, no problem. Initiation onto that Phoenix. Big old dragon boy. He'll be making it okay.
Oh,
Maybe not.
he would have lived if he had egg. Just the Elder Dragon form DOT taking him down, and man, that's a costly one.
Oh, there we go. Initiation onto the line as well. Nobody there to defend. But there's a beautiful RP. Holy guacamole. These guys just got served up on a platter. Beautiful buffet of heroes here as they move in now. That is going to be a percentage-based magical attack on DK. One of the worst things that can happen to you on a DK. He's going to go for the stun. He's going to go for the run. But will they be able to grab him? Mr. Horn's getting ready. He's going to have a shocking answer to that escaped attempt.
And now Volker, he has these 4 Spirit Vessel charges. He's ready to fight at any point. I think when you play like Veno versus Blink Dagger heroes, how it works is that if you're sitting set up on Veno, sort of posturing defensively, they're never going to get blink off on you without like a smoke. But if you're running in, trying to make the aggressive play, sometimes you won't have time to set up the wards. And as you can see, like, Collapse with a beautiful punish there. 3-man RP into some Ursa Cleaves and the EMP. They just destroy TNC in that fight.
Yep, TNC's got to figure something out here because this only gets worse. The more items that they are able to get on Team Spirit, the more horrible these team fights will become. And they have a very aggressive lineup themselves. They need to be the ones dealing this damage.
In Yatoro, he's stealing their Ancients and his Ancient stack for him.
Oh, well done there, Nyx Assassin making sure to take advantage of that Battle Fury, but looking to initiate here. Long stun, they need more. Cookie's going out, he is deniable. And he's gonna be, oh no, Venomancer out of this fight now. Wait a minute, fantastic force stab for a little bit. Invoker working that back line though, baby. The egg returns.
Beautifully placed egg. It completely made it so after the Aegis respawned, they couldn't fight them at all.
Things are looking at
Pretty good use of Aegis, honestly, because I think he had like 20-30 seconds left on that. I'd be very happy trading it for a Veno.
Yeah, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Time to fight. Anyway, looking real rough for TNC. I don't know how they fight if these guys get any bigger here, Owie 2000.
You know, I think once at BKBs, the fights will get easier, but I'm surprised. Like, Team Spirit are just playing the map really well. They're constantly stacking these Ancients. I think it's been like, I think Ursa's probably killed like 9 or 10 Ancient camps by this point, and it's really showing in the net worth.
Yeah, he is miles ahead. By miles, I mean 2K, but still. Or somebody that is, you know, my MMO.
For someone he got kicked out of lane at like level 4 or 5. He's really made a comeback this game. And TNC, they've been trying to shut him down. You know, the Snapfire went into his Ancients and disrupted him a bit, but he's just farming it up with the power.
Do you ever feel like kicking somebody out of the lane is sometimes a negative? Like, you're too hard on him, you know? Maybe you could have killed him if you weren't so hard on him. And this Ursa's huge. He got owned. Here we go. Mortimer's Kiss is coming out. Gonna be hitting him, unfortunately, during his ultimate, which will mitigate most of the damage. Waiting for stuns here on Tim's, but he hardly has any mana. There we go. A little mana pop right there. Nice save by the support, however, with the Glimmer Cape. It looks like Magnus is just about ready to rip these boys apart. He does have RP. He's in the area.
That was a Magnus's Glimmer Cape, too.
Oh.
He's gone for just Blink Dagger into Glimmer Cape. Pretty cool build because he does have 2 cores that... I mean, Invoker doesn't take a lot of farm, but he can take farm if you want to play more of a support role on Magnus. Just focus on RP. Oh, also, the Glimmer Cape, you can invis yourself so you don't get hit by Veno wards, so you can get that RP off. So maybe this is his way of bypassing Veno's, like, how'd say, like, counter the blink. It's pretty cool. I like it. That's smart.
That is pretty smart. Never thought of anything like that before. But, you know, not the most creative person in the world. Boomy and the bird meet once again. Cookie that son of a biscuit and keep him there. Nice work there. A little revenge from Boomy being picked on by Phoenix this entire match. Mr. Symbols, though, starting a little party up at the top, trying to get that tier 2 tower. Looks like they are looking to respond in full force here. Dragonite blinking in with the stun, followed up by a light shot. Anyway, look at all these stuns just combined on each other. But yet again, that Glimmer Cape from Magnus doing such work for his boys. Oh, this Magnus is everything you could ever ask for. Initiation, saves, sacrifice. What more can be done?
Armel was just like 20 mana off the Laguna Blade there. I think they might have been able to finish off Ursa. TNC though, they defend their tower. They kill 2 heroes. You need to seize those opportunities. If they have the read that the enemy doesn't deserve to be there, to like hit that tier 2, then you gotta collapse on them there. And they already had the Alt Sword set up behind the top lane.
Top lane. And we're going to blink out before they're able to respond and get any kills, as TNC did. And we continue here. Very close game still. Less than 1K net worth across the board. Owie, anything on that screen sticking out to you, buddy?
I think pretty much just this Roshan.
Woo!
What's up?
No, it's just kill mid.
Oh, nice.
I like kills. They make me whoo.
A good pick off there. I think it's just Roshan that should decide this game. It can spawn, so both teams sort of are forced to play around this top area of the map.
And big boy Philly Philosopher Stone has dropped there, so...
Ooh, that's nice on Nyx. He's one of the most efficient gold users. And Nyx is also going for that Yield Scepter just to deal with this Ursa. It also purges the Empower as an added bonus this game, so I think having multiple of those is really helpful.
Well, if you're using your Yules to get rid of Empowers, primarily, that's probably not good.
Well, you use him during the ultimate and remove the Empower, right? So it's like an extra bonus thing.
Okay. 2 for 1, I'll take it. Magnus looking to try to find that Lina. Takes a guess, doesn't get it, but
it's a good try.
Fine effort, sir.
You gotta go for those.
Absolutely. And we're just seeing this match get closer and closer. Looks like a repeat to game 1, Howie.
What's Phoenix? Is Phoenix just going for a Lotus Orb here? It's Lotus Orb versus the DK stun? Or maybe just to purge off the Gale from his Ursa, maybe. It's pretty rare I click a Phoenix and just have a Tranquil Boots Perseverance. Good idea though, honestly. I think they'll have this Cataclysm on Invoker. He's starting to put points in Exort. If they hit a good RP, like they can win any fight this game.
Alright, Venomancer is trying to hold that middle lane with his little spitty babies. Disgusting creatures. One of the most vile of the little spitty babies I've ever seen. It's like that dinosaur. Disgusting little Ugh. Look at him go. Yawa wawa. That ain't something you want to kiss, Allie.
That is definitely not. Lina has BKB, but Spirit is smoking and they don't know about this BKB.
Okay, looks like the Snapfire is going to be instantly taken out with that little rotation.
Yeah.
And
he has buyback, but Roshan's up. TNC need to contest this Roshan. The second Roshan, always so pivotal in these Dota matches.
The beautiful shard. Oh no, Venomancer tried to get clipped there. He barely got him with his ultimate, but that's not the best ult in the world. Spin that out on the Magnus. They got to contest this Roshan as Ursa is just ripping it up. Buyback is going to be committed with only 10 seconds left. That's a field bad.
They have full vision with the smoke here.
There's the egg. Oh, the egg is going to be able to stop it for a little bit. Mortimer's kiss is coming in. Will it be a snatch? No. The Aegis goes to the bear, and the Mortimer's kiss is going to rip him up there. Nice job. Another fantastic grab by your Magnus. And Owie, this is just looking like Disaster City. Nyx Assassin's dead too.
Yeah, really good ward from Team Spirit, letting them just perfectly plan out that fight. They could see everything. As soon as TNC were like, so, Venom?
Answer also in a little bit of trouble. Those disgusting, hideous wards will be put down and laid to rest to watch their father die. As, a little Sunstrike there for some vision as well. Gotta say, this is clean stuff.
That was really clean. Just the vision advantage there. It let them plan out exactly when they want to jump in the fight, when they had to like preemptively pop that egg to secure the Roshan. DK managed to snipe the cheese there, but he had to use it right away. Meanwhile, Ursa gets a shard and Aegis.
Yep. Shard, beautiful on Ursa. That's exactly what you want around this time, especially against this team. And this one is quickly snowballing out of the way for TNC. Little Nyx Assassin looking around, skittering around like a little buggy. Not gonna find anything though. You know, the Nyx lore, that's a good one.
Phoenix is just going straight for a Refresher Orb.
What? Nani? Show me that, JJ. That is...
He had the Perseverance. I thought it would be weird if he's going Lotus Orb to rush it, but no, he has 2 Dragon Balls and he's just going straight for the Refresher Orb.
What in the goddamn am I looking at?
This item is actually one of the most underrated items in Dota, I think. I have one of Tiga's friend. He just rushes Refresher Orb on every hero, and it actually looks really good. Like you have the Refresher Mars. I don't know about that one.
The Refresher Mars?
Yeah.
Huh?
I have a friend, he does it on Pangolier. It actually looks really strong. It gives a lot of regen, so it's like not even a dead item when it's down.
Refresher Mars, you can make a Venn diagram.
You can.
With an emphasis on the
do
die. Oh no. Venomancer looking for that last hit.
Yes, we're seeing a bit. Like this Venomancer hero, it was super hard to play against for a long time in Dota, you know? You can think of like the Matu era where he's just picking Venomancer, and then there's another era where you couldn't beat him in the offlane. But this hero's not really picked at all right now. I think we're sort of seeing why.
Yeah.
He's not stopping his Ursa at all.
Yeah, you just run at him. I mean, what does he do? He dies in 2 hits, for goodness gracious sake. There's nothing you can do. Ursa now taking a tier 2 top. Looks like the wind has been pulled out of TNC's sails. Such a unique team with such great drafts and playing fantastically, but this game, made them look goofy. Oh, that's a Venn diagram right there, my friend. As the Lina is host.
Amazing catch by them. And I really like Team Spirit's itemizations against this Venomancer hero. You have the Glimmer Cape just so that Magnus can get his blink off. You have the SMI and the Shard on Ursa, which means that even though the ward is slowing you, you have a lot of status resistance to reduce how much they slow you. You know, you can still walk into fights. He has his own blink here now, so he can just jump whoever he wants. Just good choices, you know?
Very good choices. Feels good to watch people make good choices for once.
Lion has a blink dagger as well. They have 3 blinks on Team Spirit, and they're getting close to refresher. Not if he dies here.
Trying to get a little bit of a pick here, and there's going to be the egg. We need to slow that down, but a pop of BKB, and that's an easy off. Mix Assassin might get picked up as well here. That cold snap doing some super work. Wow, that was pretty impressive stuff. And could we get even more? Ursa now looking for Dragon. This game might be a quickie. There's a beautiful RP to grab that DK. Sapphire trying to say, get away from my baby. She's gonna give him a cookie if he has any chance of getting out of here. No cookies, no hope. Falk is down. And this is just disaster after disaster. Oh no.
That was a really nice Lion stun. You don't expect the 5, even at 26 minutes, to have a blink dagger in a game like this where he's had to focus so much on vision. Also, that Nyx, you know, he used Carapace there, but the Spear, like the timing was unlucky. It procs the Spear Vessel, and that last click from Invoker just finishes him off.
Oof.
I don't know how TNC take fights. Like, it's cool to go for these ideas. Like, let's say playing DK, and you're expecting your Lina to carry you, most as a 1 position. You know, he's going for this Dragon Lance. He wants to be a right clicker. But Lina actually takes a long time to kick in as a right clicker. Usually when we've seen it from like LGD, they paired it with like an Axe or an Ursa or something that does a little bit of damage in the early game as well, not just like a front line. You don't want 1 damage there, because if they focus on Lina ever, you can't take any fights.
Yeah, I think they were really hoping that the Venomancer played through a little bit better, but I mean, he just got picked off like 3 times in a row, you know? Ursa blinking on top of him.
I think it started from him getting picked off at top lane, actually, because TNC's draft, if you look at it, they want to defend their towers. They have this really tanky DK position 1. They have this Venomancer. Ursa just stealing their stacks, but if you lose towers, then the purpose of these heroes is completely negated, and now they just don't look like they do offer anything in the fights.
Well, there's some good news. Aegis was not used properly, so that's nice. He killed the Ursa, maybe kill him for reals. But time is certainly running out. It looks like we might be seeing a smoke attempt, or at least a rotation attempt coming out from TNC. There it is. As they are on the hunt. Who do you kill when you go on them, though, buddy?
I think you want the Invoker for sure. Invoker and supports.
A very hard thing to do. Lion blinking ahead, and Ursa. Everyone's just so separated right here. Lion missing the stun, thank goodness. The ultimate is going to go out from the Venomancer. Pops a BKB, but there's just no follow-up to that ultimate so far. Phoenix, even if he dies, not the worst thing to happen in that fight, and they might just turn it around now. Magnus going back in. He's got, but he doesn't make it. The first step, there we go. Nice shot, Caddy, Clizzy, and goodbye, my little friends. This is looking bad. Oh no, has to BKB as well. I mean, you just can't fight into these guys. You can't survive these guys. What do you do to get back into this game?
Nah, it's rough. And you can look at if Spirit gets to the stage of the game, like, you have to build BKB because they have Phoenix, Invoker, and Lion. But BKB doesn't help you for the instant initiation of Lion, nor Ursa right clicks, or the RP. It's just incredibly hard to itemize versus this lineup. I think they have to defend their towers this game. That's the only thing I can really think of to make the TNC lineup work at this point. I just have to clutch something, right?
Yeah, I don't even know how you clutch this.
Yeah, I mean, things are looking bad, but maybe they walk up to your high ground and you just burst someone. You do still have Lina, you do still have like a lot of stuns and Snapfire OT. You can make something happen, but you need to rely on your opponent sort of messing up a little bit and capitalize on it perfectly.
Potentially, Venomancer could make a trail of Venom wards, and Ursa could get distracted killing them and walk into his fountain.
Sure.
That could happen.
That's the best place to fight. If you can fight your opponent in your fountain, it's very good.
Okay.
We saw that, what was that first series we had? Very hype game. LGD versus Vici is just skewering everyone into the fountain with a Refresh Orb.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's skewering in the fountain from TNC, but maybe the guys get really hungry for Grandma. She could cookie them in the fountain. Oh, that'd be a good eggs. Cookie enemies?
Would it? Maybe.
Shut up. Absolutely.
Yeah, he has BKB, but you're just getting instant stuff from Lion here.
Oh, not enough damage yet. The Nyx Assassin? taking the bullet? Kind of? Oh no. Oh dear, oh my. Nyx literally did nothing, he just died.
That was a savior buddy syndrome, but honestly good play from, I think Lion, they already had a sentry there or he dropped it.
Oh wow, nice moves from the Ursa, and Lion just making these plays, helping out as much as he can. This is, woo, okay, all right. Stop playing with your food now, TNC. All right, you've made your point, destroy them. Destroy them now.
I think this is like the spirit. I think if people watch the games in the CIS region, like that, people sort of expect it. They're very snowbally. Once they start getting these advantages, they're just catching you everywhere. Snapfire too.
Yeah, they cannot literally leave their base right now as they are just torn apart by every single member. I mean, every single member of Team Spirit has kill potential right now. There's just nothing you can do.
And I feel like, you know, they want Armel to carry them this game, but he's the only threat on the TNC team. If Team Spirit literally just casts all their spells on this Lina, they can't lose a fight.
Gonna be taking this Rax, and looks like they won't even be able to defend it. Nyx Assassin yet again, getting in that danger zone.
Orphan's Abyss already.
Oh, sweet bubblegum. He's got a vessel? Cool, 31 minutes? Oh no. Okay, well, you know, at least they get to watch for a bit. TNC, a front row match to some cool building explosions coming up here. They're taking it pretty safe and easy though from Team Spirit.
Yeah, very measured, you know. They understand that this game is most likely won. If we can just secure the Roshan, play good, like standard, safe, structured Dota, we're gonna win this match. I like this back from them. You don't want to throw this game. You don't want to go chase grandma into the fountain, as you were saying.
Of course you want to throw this game. Make it even, make it fun. Oh, you're back and they can't fight you right now. All they can do is make mistakes, Owie.
Oh, and that's a quick Roshan spawn too. Respawns only in 30 seconds, so...
Oh Jesus, grab the DD. Get out.
DD?
Oh, sorry, DD bottom. Lucky that they didn't get that.
Oh, that's a timing for them. They have a DD rune. They do they have a smoke? I think they might have spent. Oh, they do have 2 smokes on Boomy. Because of this DD, they might be able to take this fight. It's honestly, it's a hard fight, but you have to take risks. This is your best chance.
Ice Frog potentially giving them a little bit of help in this game. Nyx Assassin scouting out, but Lion, he's got that feeling in the back of his head, you know? He's got those hairs standing up on the back of his fat rolled head. One of his many chins.
The problem is, like, TNC, they can't threaten the Roshan. Team Spirit, they kill in 3 seconds, and Team Spirit, you need 5 heroes hitting it for like a minute.
And they can barely threaten a jungle creep right now. This is looking rough. Counter smoke coming in now.
They just have all defensive items on TNC. They're never going to be able to kill heroes with these.
Well, sometimes it's not about killing heroes, Owie. Sometimes it's about living long enough to watch everyone else on your team die first.
That's true. Because when you're behind, like, you have to clutch situations. You need a lot of damage. You need to outplay them. If you go for defensive items when you're behind, you'll often, like, just run out of damage.
Well, when are you supposed to get defensive items then, Owie?
Even our head.
Coming right at you. Sapphire instantly taken out, and that is a significant everything for this team. That's save, that's team fight. Oh no, Dragon Knight walking the wrong direction. Invoker, here we go, DK's gonna jump on him, but I don't think he knows what lay in the trees. They're pretty spread out though. Phoenix egg coming out. Look at that. Sunray is doing beautiful stuff in that egg, healing up the Poshka as he grabs a beautiful Venomancer. What a prize! BKB used up by the DK, and they're just gonna back up again. Nice reserve, double damage on the Lina though. Okay, there we go. That's not great, but hey, a kill happened. That's pretty great for them.
TNC played that fight really well. I mean, when you're this far behind, you have to take every advantage you can get. They managed to maneuver the Ursa completely before the fight started, and because of that, he couldn't jump the Lina with his Abyssal Blade at all. They do have some Roshan potential with this DD rune. I mean, Lina does a lot of damage, even though she doesn't have any damage items yet, so they might go for this here.
Yeah, Invoker scouted out though with a nice tornado, and that's going to buy him some time. Only 14 seconds to Lion is available again, and Magnus is going to go ahead and commit the buyback. Venomancer is just in front of this Ursa's claws for the entirety of the game today. He cannot catch a break. This guy's all over.
I'd like to see Team Spirit bring out some mangoes just to feed their Ursa Bear. But man, Phoenix still has egg because of the refresher. They still have RP. There's no way for TNC to fight this.
You're not just supposed to feed bears human foods, Allie. It kills the bear.
It kills them.
That's right. bears need to eat only honey or meat. They cannot eat things like mangoes.
Oh, okay.
You'll kill the bear.
That's sad.
Is it?
That's very sad.
If you were being attacked by a bear, would you feel it was sad if he ate a mango and choked to death, Howie?
I would not.
See?
But that's still generally pretty sad.
Life is about perspective, my friend. And if you're at TNC's perspective, it ain't a good one. This is a, we're about to lose. Look at this guy, he's gonna die on mango. Holy Jesus, this is a mango feast. That dude just down 7 mangoes. He's like Lacoste. Incredible.
Yeah, it's a good play. Like, you just want to keep up the tempo. You don't want to go back to base and sort of waste your Aegis time, which they ended up giving to Invoker, actually, because Ursa feels like he can't die. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I feel like you should almost always give your Aegis to the person who hits the buildings, but he is 6 slotted, so maybe he just doesn't want to give up one of these items. He wants to play more to jump them instead of just casually hitting buildings and waiting.
His teammates will slide him the cheese anyway, which is just as good for an Ursa bear.
Yeah, I guess they've sort of identified that, like, if TNC jump any of their frontliners, the Ursa or Magnus, then they're going to win the fight because their backline is just so strong. So if you give the backline an Aegis, then all of a sudden, like, there's no options to jump. I feel like it does give TNC an opportunity to clutch stuff. If they spend everything on Ursa, maybe they have a chance.
Sure, Ursa is 99% of the damage. Everybody else is just there to distract until he cuts. Oh no! That's a blind jump uphill, and he found the right target. That is a Lina dead, no buyback, no post. Looks like the TNC. Here we go. Drop everything you have on the bear. You only have a couple seconds out. The sun rays coming in, trying to just burn everybody that it can. Oh, and Venomancer goes down again.
Yeah, no buyback from either of these TNC cores.
Goodbye. The cookie. Well, this is a disaster. Not a lot they can do here. Okay, Phoenix dives and kills. So, that's good. Buyback on the next assassin. But I feel like they just reset here and they're good to go. They still got ultimate on the Ursa.
It is a bit hard to push just because they have that Venomancer wards, but Veno's dead right now, so he's not getting any fresh ones. As soon as this one goes down, there's nothing to stop him from hitting this building. Look at Lion's inventory, like he already has the mangoes in. He knows that.
Sorry, the Ursa goes in on the Sapphire. This guy's already got the mangoes. He knows.
He knows.
This guy's packing mangoes. He knows what he needs.
I mean, the thing is, like, the way TNC have identified their way to fight is that they mana burn all versus mana, so he can't jump anyone, and he gets kited by the slows. But, you know, a simple adjustment from Maposhka, really smart here, is just to buy some mangoes, and even 37 minutes into the game, he's holding the Arcane Ring just to give Ursa a bit more mana.
Jeez. Only in Dota 2 is it threatening to have a guy approach you with pockets full of mangoes, ready to use them at a moment's notice. That's...
Yeah, Ursa, he is Agi, but like, he's just so far in this game.
Oh, yeah.
10k ahead of the highest on the enemy team.
We're just buying time. This game's over.
I mean, no, TNC, they have some counterplay, right? Like, they've identified... I mean, the first one was mana burning the Ursa, but you can always clutch things in Dota. Like, you saw last game, I think they're behind by a similar amount. If they stun the right heroes, they get the right jump. Like, you can try. I mean, I think it's almost...
They have a Venomancer.
Yeah, they don't have much damage. You're right. It is hard.
I don't know who's doing damage on this team right now.
Yeah. I mean, Lina, she has Hurricane Pike too, right? Like, she didn't get to go for the Daedalus. She needed to survive in order to do damage. That was her read on the game, but... Yeah, it's a bit hard. There's, like, no real damage coming out.
It is good to be positive, though, Howie. That's why you're here on the cast. Being positive, believing. I've lost all belief. It's a painful end, potentially, as they just need a little bit of courage to go to that uphill and start taking these racks. Not quite sure what they're scared of. It looks like Ursa is not scared of much anymore.
It's hard to fight uphill into these Venom wards. Like, some potential buybacks, I think. There are no buybacks on TNC, but maybe they don't know that. And, you know, this Gabbi, he's just getting as much as he can on the map. He's still a bouncer, and he's just farming the enemy triangle. And TNC, they still think they can win, right? That's why they're in the game, so they probably have some good ideas.
Good for them. Put some more wards down. This will work. Still keeping it extremely disciplined, is extremely safe on Team Spirit. Now an Illusion Escape comes out for the Ursa, making their job even more difficult. Should he choose to grab that?
Yeah, I think Team Spirit, it's hard to like frontal push on the lane that has all the Venom wards, but if Invoker pushes top all the way out and they have all 3 lanes push in, they can sort of like make the TNC heroes move around and try to jump one. Their lineup doesn't really have any building damage. It's more of a Ursa goes in and dies someone with a lion, you kill them, and then you reset because you have 2 Phoenix eggs, 2 RPs, and a buttload of Invoker spells.
Yeah. Everything seems to be open here for Team Spirit, but why push uphill when you know the enemy can't even leave their base? They have been stuck in their base for quite a while, getting absolutely no farm, quarantined up, unable to go to any birthday parties. Mixed Assassin initiating on that illusion, and that is going to be a horrific turnaround here. As BKBs are popped, and RP onto a solo Snapfire, not the coolest thing in the world, but a lot of utility. As Ursa is still just hunting for anything that he can. Lion, great stun, nice force, but the uphill Lion, he doesn't give a hoot, dude. He just goes straight up there. I like it. BKB coming up here. Refresh. Could we see another RP? Trying to find that Lina. We're gonna get the Lina. We're gonna get the Dragon Knight. That right there is the Venn diagram, and this game is looking quite over.
Yeah, it's very hard to counter everyone on the enemy team just having an extra item on you. It seems to try it, right?
Sure.
I mean, it's not like they played poorly this game, it's just their game plan is very specific. If you don't execute on some of these heroes like Venomancer and carry DK, then I think the game can slip out of your hands very fast. You don't have the damage to clutch these situations and come back into the game.
Buyback on Lina, she has a dream. Let's see if it will become a reality, or if it will continue to be the horrifying nightmare that she has been living the entire game. Nope, that's Nightmare. Goodbye. Oh no, not that sad tornado end. She's alive, Alex.
He is. The throne's dead, though.
Alive just in time to call GG, as looks like Team Spirit, a very convincing win after such a tug of war last game. They really needed that win.